Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Vikas Pota. I am in London today, and with me I have my friend Koen Timmers from Belgium. Koen is a teacher, first and foremost. That's how I know him, but also the founder of Take Action Global, which is an NGO that we are partnering with for World Education Week, and we have partnered on a specific initiative called the T4 Solutions Challenge. Koen, tell us a little bit about this Solutions Challenge and why are we doing this live stream today, here and now?
Okay, so we're really excited to announce a challenge which is really targeting teachers, because I think that teachers often have a really good idea, and teachers have capacity to do more than just teaching their students. And what we want to do together with T4 is allowing them to bring their solutions into reality. And what we ask teachers to do is simply sharing their idea, their solution to a global issue, by creating a very small video, 2 minutes, with a 200-word description of the solution, and that's it.
And by when?
Well, a few days. They have time until September 12th to submit their video, and then we will make sure that the top 100 of submissions, one jury will take a look at those, and we will judge, and we will come up with a top 10 from those, and the 3 winners of those best solutions will win actually a prize, Vikas. And I would say, why don't you share what kind of prize they will win?
So Koen, in terms of why is action actually important?
Well, there is a huge discussion about education right now, and I think many, maybe all of us, have been taught in a setting, in a very classic classroom setting, in which we are all instructed for 99%, in which teachers are pouring knowledge into our heads. And there's a huge discussion because some researchers, but also countries, believe that that is the only and the best way to go. And other researchers think that we need to do more. We want our students to solve problems, to take action. And when we go to those online lectures, but even webinars, most of them are like a single way in which the presenter is sharing knowledge and expertise, which is great, basically. But we wanted to do something more this time. We wanted T4, being the largest educational conference, allowing their teachers to take action as well and share their expertise as well. So it's more like a conversation and not only a single way delivery of knowledge.
And so teachers create a 2-minute video, write a 100-word blurb as a description as to how they would solve one of the SDGs through education, and they upload this video, and then they socialize the video using their own social networks. And what we have said is that those that have been voted the most will get considered for the prize. And the prize is, like we've said, $5,000 for the winner. For the first runner-up, $3,000 and second runner-up will be $2,000, which is a significant amount of money. So, Koen, you've done a lot of this kind of stuff in the past. So far for the T4 Solutions Challenge, have you seen any that have taken your eye and your interest in terms of solutions being proposed by teachers in the T4 community?
Yeah, I think what is really key in this is that we make a really important connection with the SDGs, the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And what teachers have to do is make a connection with one of those goals. That can be like poverty, clean water, life upon land, sustainability, etc., or climate change. And part of the discussion is always, at all times, is like quality education. So the video has to be about finding a way with or without your students to solve something, some of those SDGs basically. And we already noticed a lot of really inspiring videos coming up with solutions in very different ranges of issues. Basically, there are so many things going wrong right now. What I'm focusing most on quality education and poverty and climate change, but every area has its own concerns basically. So it's really nice to see that we are receiving videos from every corner of the world, every continent, which is also key. We don't just want like to have solutions from one particular area. So we really hope that everybody is able to join, come up with their solution. Maybe that has been in your mind already for years. This would be the best moment to share that specific idea, and let's make that, and let's turn that into reality, that great idea.
And so when you think about solutions, isn't a solution that teachers often have is they just educate their kids, right? Isn't that enough, Koen?
Yeah. Teaching your kids and making sure that the best comes out of them is one wonderful way. But we want to do more than asking our students to memorize definitions about climate change. We want them to solve climate change, to change their behavior. And so likely the winner will be adding some extra ingredients to the video. So the students do more than just reciting definitions, but really doing something. And I cannot already give away the answer, that is to the teachers who will join the challenge. But we want students to do something more than just exploring, discussing. We want them to come up with some kind of solution. Yeah.
So, if you're watching this live stream, in the comments, rather than say where you're watching from, can you tell us which SDG that you are solving for the Solutions Challenge? Let's see if we can get some comments going. And so, obviously, we all work on education because we're teachers. But do you have a solution as to how we can combat climate change, or how we can combat inequality, or how we can combat gender issues that we have, or how we can combat water conservation, any one of these issues? Even we have lots of friends in the Middle East, for example, who have come forward for the Global Showcase, the list that we have published, who talked about peace education as an example. And so, war and conflict is a big issue for the world today. How is it that you are solving for this as a teacher? And what are the action projects that you are doing in your classrooms with your students that extend the academic learning to actually taking action on a global basis? And so please write in the comments so that we can see, and we'll flag these up on the screen today. Koen, in terms of this prize money, so we've said $5,000 rather for the winner, $3,000 for the first runner-up, and the second runner-up gets $2,000. What does that represent in terms of for a teacher today? Is that a huge amount of money? Is it a small amount of money? Does that attract people?
It certainly attracts me. I've been launching initiatives, and I know how tough it is to raise money for that. So I never came across any competition or grants which is this easy, basically. It is also going straight to the teacher and not to some institute or something like that. But so what's the price of money? I think that depends on the place they live. I would say like this kind of money is more worth in certain parts of the world. But in any case, it will be a lot. It will allow them to do a lot as well, and hopefully to bring their invention or their idea into reality. Yeah.
And so there's a lady, I think she would be from India, Pushpanjali Sonavane. She talks about conducting games as a way of taking action, to illustrate what I think you're saying, which is by action that we will take this further. Do you agree with that, Koen?
I think there's games that's really interesting, Ellie. There's playful learning. You can do a lot with that. Really interesting when you start reading about how to use Lego, but also I'm really inspired by Arvind Gupta from India, who created Toys from Trash. You have to check his website. It's really stunning what he's doing with trash, creating solar-driven cards, etc., etc. Every single of those are small solutions as well. But there's also like gamification, learning by games. So it's a huge area basically. And I think you can do a lot with those. Students love to play. Students love to learn as well by default.
Yeah. So, so you
Sure.
also have now a gentleman, I think, called Ravil Solano from the Philippines. He talks about buying ink and bond paper for the whole school year as the action that his school takes, that he has probably initiated. That you do a lot in climate, Koen. So what do you have to say about that?
I'd like to hear, it's easy to say like, we can use that money to buy this and this and this. But what I really want to know is like, how will you use the ink and the bond paper? What that is basically the ingredient for your solution, I would say. How will you use it? How will as many people benefit from this? So what we did, I'm really a geek when it comes to technology enhanced learning. And I think we can do more with technology than just replacing our textbooks with fancy tablets. What we really can do is redefining our classrooms and our students' learning process by using technology in a very creative and clever way. And technology allows us to connect students from every corner of the world, from every continent, even Antarctica. They have 2 schools over there. And what if you just connect all of those students with each other and ask them to share findings, to share solutions, to share actions? But also, what if you create a really interesting community, allowing teachers not only to share best practices, but also concerns? That is something wonderful. And we have been trying to do this with the Climate Action Project, the Kakuma Project, which offers free education to refugees in a refugee camp. But that's also what the T4 ambassadors try to do. It's just when you put teachers from every continent in touch with each other, that is the moment when there's magic, when you can do something more than just doing the same thing every day, driving to your school, which is fine, but you can do more. And I really suggest to every teacher to join those communities. There's been a lot of research about those communities as well by Wenger and Leif about the communities of practice. So it's not just in what we make up, it's really something like collaborative learning, constructivism, connectivism. Connectivism is something you really need to read about. It's about that by Simmons and Downs, and it's the fact that the personal learning network with nodes, which can be experts, books, students, teachers, websites, etc., allow you to learn by simply making connections. Something really provocative and really interesting. So I would really say, like, try to create your own personal learning network, your PLN, because your students eventually will benefit from that.
And so we have Marciano, I would imagine, from the Philippines, I would imagine, saying garbage, proper disposal activities to protect the environment, and to volunteer tree plant. I think those are great action projects for schools to do, right? And I think that's pretty impressive. You'd agree, I hope.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
And so all of these teachers who are now writing in the comments section, whether it's Marcelo, whether it's Pushpanjali, whether it's Ravil, we hope that you'll take part in the T4 Solutions Challenge. Koen, where do they go to actually upload their video? So I assume it's a matter of taking their phone, speaking to camera, and saying, "This is what I would do," and then uploading it onto a site. Where do they go?
Yeah, so they create a video with their cell phone, but also with their laptop or whatever, and they will go to earthproject.org/challenge. It's quite easy to register. You can use social media for that, or just fill in a form, and then you can submit your video, which you already created, or the website allows you to create a video as well. And then all you need to do is promote your own solution, that page you get on social media, so people can vote on it, and then we will take a look. Take care of the moment. Please mind that it is 12th of September, so it would be a shame if you miss out. Yeah.
So we're basically looking at this weekend is the deadline. I think 12th is a Saturday, and so between now and Saturday, if you could think about how you would solve for one of the greatest problems that our planet faces. Take a 2-minute video, upload it on this website, and there's a ticker at the bottom of this live stream that says www.earthproject.org/challenge. You upload the video. What that will give you is a page for your solution. You take the link for the page and you promote it on your social networks and get people to vote to show the popularity of your solution. And it is the top voted challenge solutions that we have that Koen and the jury will look at, and they will decide who the winners are. Now, today I must also reveal, friends, one additional thing that we haven't said. And that additional thing is these 3 winners will appear in the main plenary for the World Education Week. We're going to ask them to present in person, online, what their solutions challenges are. And so make sure that if you participate, that you put your best foot forward, and make sure that you socialize your solution by sharing on your social networks, asking your friends, asking your family, asking your schools to actually vote for your solutions proposal. Friends, I will end this live stream here, but we wanted to make sure that you understand that the deadline is this Saturday for the T4 Solutions Challenge. Koen, any other parting words?
I wish everybody good luck. We celebrated the Teachers' Day, so I just want to say, we really appreciate you. We know that it's sometimes a challenge to teach in its own, on itself, especially during Corona, and we are here to support you by offering knowledge, by offering support. And hopefully you will win this challenge as well.
Well, my friends, we are at that time where, again, I implore you to go to earthproject.org/challenge and upload your T4 solution to tackling some of the biggest and most pressing problems that our planet faces. Because as teachers, we're leaders. And apart from just academic education, we also want to provide opportunities to our students to get stuck in and actually solve something using their own hands and their own creativity. And so that is why such a challenge has come to the fore. And we wanted to make sure that we present this challenge. And the benefit to you is not just a cash prize, but also that the winners will be invited to the main plenary for World Education Week to present their challenge proposals. Thank you all, friends. And from Koen and I, we wish you a very good week, and we look forward to your entries by this Saturday. The T4 Solutions Challenge for teachers, it ends this Saturday. Please take your phones out, video yourself, and upload straight away. Thank you all, and goodbye.